Hey, buddy.
How's it going? Thomas and Nicole, thank you so much for your time today. Also, a quick shout out to Thomas from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm also in Maryland myself, so I wanted to give you
Right
some love
on.
there. What's going on?
Hey.
Let's talk a little bit about your characters' past. Well, it's very clear that they've had troubled past of some sort, uniquely troubled past. But could you talk a little bit about, and then this question for the two of you too, where might that take you all's respective characters going forward through this journey?
Oh, going forward, you mean like in season 2?
Well, we already established what they
Yeah.
came from, but where
Right.
might we see them land by the conclusion of the season?
Oh.
I mean, you'll have to watch because you can't, like, there's no way to tell you that answer without giving away any of the plot points. And so, but yeah, I guess, right? I mean, but all I can say is it's not where you think. There, like, it's never what you think with this show, which is, I think, something that I love about it. And you'll want to know more.
Yeah, it's a good question, because when you meet these two, it's like, this will never work on any capacity at any level. They could not be more different from each other on every level. And that really is the sort of what grabs our attention, especially when you read the book Crimson Lake by Candace Fox. It grabs you right away because you're like, wow.
Yeah.
One person going to kill the other? No, that probably won't happen. What is it going to happen here? And it's very interesting the way that these two forge a relationship, and that really is one of, I'd say, the central aspect or the heart of the show.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think even when they, with the goal of, trying to establish why this missing guy husband, took his life essentially, or murder, whatever, however you're coming into it.
Right.
And then they sort of have reservation with one another and certainly hesitation. So that brings me to my next question. If you could say, to some extent, how do these two characters then eventually find solidarity in order to achieve their mission here?
Yeah, that's a good question too. And I would say that, even though they have very different lives, they have one thing in common. The one thing they have in common is the traumatic event that there are two of them. One, they've both experienced the worst kind of trauma that you possibly could. Yeah. Both of their lives were shattered, and that's the one thing. And I thought that's what was the brilliance of Candace Fox's novel. It's like you're looking at these two and you're like, okay, they're interesting on their own. She's nuts. He's gonna kill himself in 5 minutes. So how the hell are these two gonna? And then that one key that brings them both together is that they've both had their lives shattered.
Yeah.
And I think through that we then reveal our characters, and that's, if you like a good old fashioned murder mystery,
yes,
with great characters, that's what this is.
Yes, indeed. Nicole,
yeah,
talk about Amanda really quickly. Well, I also want to kind of talk about, the success you've already had in Australia on television, now making strides here in America. Is there any bit, or could you speak a little bit about the pride that comes from the Australian cast, knowing this achievement, being one of the catalysts of Amazon Freevee, and which should be just as successful as it was in Australia here?
Are you kidding me? It's everything. Like, how exciting. And to have one of your own, like, to have Thomas with us in this is, like, it's awesome. It's like, there isn't a better way that I would want this to be happening. It's really beautiful, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I know that you're going to embrace it the way that the Australian audience has, because it's unlike anything,
yes,
I think, that you guys have ever seen or experienced, and I think that, and it has one of your own in it, so I feel like it's kind of like if you were to come along on this journey, like, I feel like you'll be able to, just see yourselves in this weird world of the fun.
Yeah, it's because it's an exotic, the locale, the people, creatures that are surrounding them. It's an exotic location by anybody's standards. And Ted is the sort of the American fish out of water, experiencing this sort of for the first time along with the audience. So it's pretty neat.
Indeed. Yes. Give us more Australian television here on American Soul. We will gratefully take it. Again, for the two of you, Thomas, also congratulations as well, being part of the Renegade Entertainment, co-founder of that. You've been the EP
very
on
proud
that.
of Renegade. Thank you.
Absolutely. And much success for you two. Seen half the season thus far. Loving it. Can't wait for the rest of the world to check it out.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
You bet.